So previously we used the AWS access key directly on the server. So this EC2 server can download or pull the image from ECR. But this is not a recommended way from AWS because we hard code the keys onto the server and then make the server easy to compromise and make your AWS keys maybe potentially easier to be exposed, right? So because whoever has the access to the server can get the key. Once they get the key, they can use the key in other places. So the solution is the AWS suggests to use IAM roles on the EC2. Okay, so firstly, let's just remove, use remove command rf.aws. Okay, AWS. R stands for recursive, F is forced. So we just remove the whole command, and then we can run the AWS any command like S3 list, and then it's not there. AWS EC2 describe instances. Okay, and also it will basically tell us that you don't have any AWS configuration. You cannot access AWS service, even though you are an EC2 instance inside AWS, but still you cannot access any AWS services. The solution is, okay, we can come to the console, EC2, select the console, select the instance, and then choose actions, security, and then we're going to have a modify IAM role. Okay, so then this one, from here, we can just choose what kind of role this EC2 can have. Okay, once this EC2 service has the role, then it can perform whatever access this role is allowing. Okay, so but for here we don't have anything, so let's just create a new one. And from here, this role we can select any predefined, but it seems like nothing is for us. For the ECR, let's just create a new role and select EC2 as the use case. Okay, EC2 will use this role, right? And then here we can have the policies. Okay, there are some predefined policies. Use this icon, and also this is customized policies. Okay, so I created previously, but this one, you can see here is allowed any ECR and any resource, which is too wide. Okay, because we just want to pull the image, but this one is too wide. It's not very suitable. Best practices always only give the necessary permissions or access, right? So here is not the good one, and then we can actually search. We have a maybe search registry. Okay, and then here we have a EC2 container full access registry for ECR read only. So probably read only is better. It's more suitable. If you look at here, then it's instead of just ECR asterisks. Okay, we have this all the get token, download, get, okay, list, describe, okay, and then the operations. Okay, so batch get image. Okay, so then this looks good. We can use this one. At least it only has get operations. Okay, so the bad example I showed you here. Okay, it's not only get this EC2 can also push your Docker image to the ECR. In our use case, we don't need that privilege. So basically, we're giving wider privilege to the entity, right, to the EC2 instance. Okay, so anyways, let's just only choose that one, and we give it a role name, which is called this EC2 read only, okay, ECR, right, and just put the text there for test description, and then create the role. Okay, so now we have this role, okay, and then we can click on it, and then we'll see it has the ECR read only policy. Okay, whoever watch this video before AWS, then you have to maybe go back to see what IAM do. But anyways, so for this section, okay, we'll just assume you already know IAM. Okay, and then come back and then refresh and then select, okay, ECR read only, EC2 read only ECR, okay, and then update. So now our EC2 instance will have the read only privilege to the ECR service. Okay, but they still don't have the S3 or EC2 access because the role doesn't allow it. Okay, so if we run it again, okay, so you can see previously we have this enable locate credential, but now this time it will give us the different error saying that access denied. Okay, because you are not allowed to access AWS. But we can still access ECR. Okay, let's just get our history command and then ECR. Okay, we ran this command before, so let's use this one. AWS ECR get login password. Okay, so this is how we use to log in our Docker, right? So this is the whole command, and we just ran half of it. Half of it is just basically returned as a token, okay, for the ECR registry. Let's just run the whole thing, okay, whole command. Okay, it will give us login succeeded. Same thing, if we check this instance, go to security, IAM role, and we change a different role, right? So you cannot have multiple roles at the same time. You can only have one. Okay, and then we update and we just type detach. Okay, so now this instance doesn't have any IAM role. Then if we to run the same command, login, and then it will give us this error, right? Able to locate credentials. Same thing with the AWS S3 list, it will give the same error. Okay, so basically you can see EC2 managed by AWS, it will firstly check whether itself has the role to access some service or not. If it doesn't have it, then it will go ahead check the local credential. Okay, so local credential under the .aws folder. If it doesn't have it, then you're gonna get this error saying that there's nothing we can do because you don't have any privilege, no credentials, no rules. Okay, so you can. This is a recommended way by using AWS IAM role for your service. After you append the service to the server itself doesn't know, okay, because we don't have any keys or any credentials set up here. But when we send the requests, automatically the AWS will append this role to the AWS service. Okay, so then this command line actually can figure it out. Okay, and then it can log us in. So in this case, we don't need to save any keys in our on our server. All right, that's it for the IAM role in EC2. Thanks.